Have you guys with us on this? Finally, the rain let up on this Thursday.
I know, although it was kind of exciting yesterday.
I know, a little hail, it was crazy.
A little thunder.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mother Nature was getting dramatic.
I know.
Okay, now listen up.
All right.
You know, we consult doctors when there's a downturn in our health, so why shouldn't we consult a law expert when there's a downturn in our finances? It's a move that may very well save you money and heartache down the road.
That's where Angel Law comes in. They're here to supply sound advice and guidance when you find yourself in a bind and the creditors start calling. Christine Morse-Galvez is here to help. Christine, thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Now, tell us first off, what are some of the scams out there that people are finding themselves facing?
Well, the two big ones really are, first, people are reporting that they're paying money essentially for absolutely nothing. They're being told months down the road that, oh, we're still working on your case, but they're not really sure what's being done and they're not getting any results. The other thing is that people are being told, do this thing, do debt consolidation or do a short sale, but they're not being told what the consequences are. They're not being told that their credit score could totally spiral downward, or that they could be faced with a big tax bill. So here are some things to watch out for. If somebody is asking for a specific amount of money from you, but not telling you what you're going to get, okay? If I'm going to take $300 a month out of your checking account, or I'm going to ask you to give me a $4,000 check, but all I'm saying is, okay, well, I'll work on that loan mod, or I'll see what I can do about maybe I can reduce your credit. No, you have the right to say, what exactly am I getting for my money? Are these people going to make a phone call? Are they going to write a letter? How many letters? What are you getting for the money you're paying? Another thing to really watch out for is when people tell you what they're not. You get down to the point where you're signing a contract and they say, okay, now, I'm not an attorney, so I can't give you legal advice, or I'm not an accountant, so I can't tell you about your taxes. And they say it like it's some off-the-cuff, kind of just an aside sort of thing, but it should be a huge red flag. What they're telling you is there could be a problem in this area, and if you end up with legal issues, or if you end up with a tax bill and you come back to me, I'm going to say, hey, I'm sorry, I told you, I'm not an attorney. Notice that even though they say, people report that they say it very nonchalantly because they're trying not to focus on it. But
Bring
notice,
attention to it.
Exactly. Notice they're not saying, hey, I'm not a mechanic, or, not a scuba diver. This is not an aside, a little opportunity to, just sort of chit-chat. This is a very calculated piece of information. They are saying there could be trouble here. It should be your cue to run to an attorney or go to that tax person or whomever and find out what could go wrong before you sign on the dotted line. And the last thing you really need to watch out for, when people are pressuring you to sign. I had a woman call me just last week, and she was crying, and she was saying, they're telling me I need to sign all these documents today. If I don't sign by the end of the day, I'll lose the deal. The short sale will fall through. Well, I directed her to some research, and as it turns out, there's a high likelihood that she will face a tax bill, a $100,000 tax bill.
Oh my gosh.
Usually, usually when somebody's pressuring you to sign something right away, they don't want you to go do the research that if you did it, you would realize you probably don't want to get into that.
Now, Christine, do you think maybe people in financial trouble are preyed upon, or maybe they're so stressed with...
And why are they preying on them?
Yeah. That's a good question. I just think these are desperate times, and I think some people will do anything to take your money. I also know from being in the debt relief industry that the truth, the straightforward information, isn't very profitable. We do Chapter 7s at Angel Law, and basically it's straightforward. You protect your assets, you maintain your credit score, and you wipe out all your debt. It's on the up and up. It's from the federal government, and it's not very costly, so there's not a lot of profit in it. So I think a lot of people don't want to go into business doing that.
So, Christine, say somebody comes into your office and they are bound and determined to look into bankruptcy or to do debt consolidation. What do you do when they sit down in front of you?
Well, we don't jump into any one solution. The first thing we do is we give a full personal financial evaluation, and we don't charge for that. So we want you to know what all of your options are and what the consequences of those options are, so you have full information so you can make a decision. If you do go into something like a Chapter 7, well then, you know, we lay it out, we walk you through it, and we help you from start to finish.
Should people be afraid of bankruptcy? Because, you know, a lot of people still hesitate when you think, oh, you know, should I do that? Is that for me?
Right. Absolutely not. You should not be afraid of that. There's a lot of people out there that want you to be afraid of it, because if you don't do bankruptcy, you might end up giving them your money and unfortunately maybe not getting anything or getting a big tax bill.
Right.
But you know, it's very important to understand that bankruptcy is your constitutional right. Okay, we do them, and the relief that we provide people is absolutely amazing. We change people's lives. We get them out of those payday loan spirals. You know, we protect their retirement, their cars, their assets. We wipe out their credit card debt, wipe out their medical bills, wipe out their personal loans, preserve their credit score. We keep foreclosure from being on their credit score, even if they don't end up keeping their house. Chapter 7 in particular is really the only true comprehensive debt relief out there.
Okay, and people can, and we put all your information up on the screen while you were talking, people can go to you for free evaluation. They can call and make an appointment.
Absolutely.
Okay, awesome.
Thanks, Christine. Again, we have
welcome.
all the info on
some
our
relief.
website. And less stress. Less stress.